I'm Leo London, welcome back to my channel, and this is my new updated post Rise of the Duelist Hi-Speedroid deck profile, Clear Wing Turbo. It is the deck I used in our duel series Yusei versus Yugo round 2. The link to that will be in the description when it is ready, and then the first round will be in there immediately because it's already been filmed. Rise of the Duelist gave us card Turbo, which ended up being huge. Unfortunately, Block and Roller is not, which sucks because everyone knows I'm a real Block and Roller. But yeah, we're gonna check out my new deck profile, my new ultimate rare playset of Clearwing Synchro Dragon. I was very happy to get the third one. So let's check it out. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, check out my Patreon, and yeah, with that, let's just jump into it. Okay guys, let's get into it. First, 3 copies, Wind Witch Ice Bell. Because she's a 1-card Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, she's gonna special summon out the Glass Bell, who will search out the Snow Bell, and then you have an indestructible Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon turn 1. It's one of your best lead-off plays. You either want this or Terratop in your hand. Even both at the same time, you just special summon this and then normal summon the Terratop, search out the Teki Tomborg or the card Turbo, whatever. But yeah, very good combo. I recommend this. Also, give it a try in Altergeist. You can set up monster effect protection and then set your back row. It's not a bad play. 3 copies of the brand new card from Rise of the Duelist, Speedroid card Turbo. I love this card. It's now one of my favorite Speedroid cards. It comes in so handy. It's unfortunate that the block and roll is not good. But yeah, this one is great. It is fantastic. In the Duel series, Duel 2, you'll see me use this a lot. And special summon 4 monsters on my first turn because of this card, and then get an attack boost for a Chanbara OTK pretty much. Very disgusting card. Love it. Very happy that I got these right away. 3 Speedroid Marble Machine, because it's essentially a Terratop. You normal summon it, searches another Speedroid, adds it to your hand. Could be the Teki Tomborg, could be whatever you need. It's pretty good. Speedroid Terratop, because it's probably one of the best cards in the deck. And if it was at 3, I would definitely play it at 3, but Konami has to restrict it because of other decks that abuse it. It is a card that makes me wish that the ban list could be customized and say, like, I don't know, it's really impractical, but having a rule where Terratop can be played at 3 in Speedroids, or some sort of proviso list like that, would make Speedroids a lot more viable. Still not competitive, but more viable. 1 Speedroid Red Eye Dice. Now, a lot of people play this in more than 1. I see no reason to do that. Like, your opponent might hit it, but you're still going in your level 7s fairly easily. I see no reason to play more than 1. Just don't banish this one off any of your effects and you won't lose it. Once it's in the graveyard, you just keep recycling the same one. You never want to draw it, really, so that's why it's at 1. 3 Teki Tomborg, because it can special summon itself and sub-tribute out a tuner directly from deck. It's great. This card single-handedly allowed me to play against Thunder Dragons when they were hot in the format. I never lost because of this deck. I would go into Cosmic Blazar Dragon, just negate their battle phase, and there was nothing they can do to me because this card, we don't search, we special summon directly to the field, so yeah, Colossus didn't bother me too much. It was pretty good. I had a lot of fun with those matches. Including flipping a Gozen match on somebody's Appaloosa and locking them into wins so they were totally screwed. That was amazing. 3 copies of Speedroid Den Den Daiko Duke, the Speedroid with the name that's most fun to say. You banish him from the graveyard, special summon a tuner from your hand or the graveyard for synchro plays. Very, very good. Very good card. Probably your best normal summon in the game. If you're not normal summoning your Terratop, Speedroid Horse Stilts special summons another Speedroid card from your hand. Easily go into Link Monster or into your synchro plays. Opens that door fairly quickly. 2 copies of Speedroid Double Yo-Yo. Now I want to play this at 3, but you just can't. Because unfortunately it's not live immediately like Horse Stilts is. You only get that special summon from the graveyard once the graveyard is already loaded. So turn 1, it's not the best to open with. So I wanted to minimize that, and playing at 2 seems to be fine. Yeah, and I rarely draw it, but I often search it off of the effect of Rubber Band Shooter. Hand Trap in the deck. Psyframe Gear Gamma. The reason I chose Gamma is because if your opponent tries to Numeron you with the Zexal lock, you play the Gamma, you get the Synchro, you immediately Synchro into your level 8 Kite Drake, blow up the Zexal, and call it a day. Yeah, it's just very effective. Unfortunately, when you activate this card on your opponent's turn, you won't get to do that because you have to banish both cards, but yeah, when they do it on your turn, you're able to do that. 1 copy of Monster Reborn because it's at 1, and I only have 1 copy of the Lost Art promo, which is the only version of the card I would ever use. 1 copy of Foolish Burial, again because it's a 1. This is very good, and it's a way to load up the graveyard. If I had other cards to do it, I would, aside from the Horse Stilts, which has that same effect once it's in grave, but again, that's once it's in grave and a turn has passed. If I could do it immediately with more Foolish Burials, believe me, I would. Speed Recovery, another version of Monster Reborn that is not once per turn, and you can banish it and recover a card in your graveyard back to your hand to continue your plays. It is gross. I can't believe this isn't once per turn, and like neither of their effects are once per turn. It's it's so good. I love Speedroids. Shock Surprise, the deck's built-in removal. This is going to out your Mystic Minds or like whatever troublesome floodgate your opponent has set up. Yeah, you only get it to use it once, so make sure it's worth it. 1 for 1 for an easy summon of either the Wind Witch level 1 tuner or the Red-Eyed Dice. 2 copies of Goes and Match and 1 summon limit. Now you could put in any floodgates you want. I can't find my 3rd Goes and Match, so that's why it's a summon limit. It would be all Goes and Match because all my monsters are wind. You can play under Goes and Match very easily. Your opponents, however, most likely cannot. And then the last 2 cards, I struggled to pick something, so I just threw in 2 copies of Solemn Judgment. So you could Judgment somebody's Judgment, or just prevent them from comboing off. Yeah, you can prevent them from doing a lot of things with a Solemn Judgment. Yeah, check out how old this one is. This is from Metal Raiders. I love that it's darker. See the difference in the artwork? His robes are a bit darker, his beard's a bit darker. I really like that. But yeah, older version of the card. Now we go to the extra deck. Not too much has changed, I just changed some ratios. So first thing, of course, 3 Ultimate Rare Clearwing Synchro Dragons. Don't they look amazing together in the same rarity? Oh, it makes me so happy. My favorite monster in the entire game. 2 Clearwing Fast Dragons does so much work. So much work. Its negation not being level dependent is fantastic. The fact that you can special summon it back from the Pendulum Zone just by putting the right tuner and non-tuner on the board means you can recycle it very easily. You're not using your Monster Reborn on it. It's very good. I love this card, and this is the Manga Promo. Again, if you notice, the coloring is different. His green is I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but the green is definitely lighter on him than it is in this one. I prefer the deeper green, if I'm honest. 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because I found 3 to always be excessive, and I wanted to make room for another Kite Drake, so 2 Kite Drakes, because this card in itself is a win con. You can either blow up your opponent's board or negate all their face-up monsters, or face-up cards. It's disgusting. This guy, Emancipator Raptite, basically DD Crow in a monster effect. Nice little form of disruption. 1 Speedroid Kendama for
burn damage and piercing damage. It's just a way to, it also special summons itself back if you control no monsters. So if you're in a jam, it's an easy level 6 synchro to get into, because sometimes you get stuck with odd levels. You either want to go into levels 7 or 8 usually, but sometimes you just can't. So ease there. Hi-Speedroid Chanbara. This is your in-archetype Boral Sword. And now with card turbo, the first time this card attacks, it'll have 3,200 attack points. Or no, yeah, 3,000 attack points, then it'll attack again with 3,200. That is a lot of damage. Yeah, he can clean house pretty easily. In fact, combined with the Fast Dragon, you activate Fast Dragon's effect, take a monster down to 0 attack points, attack into it. You've done the 3,000 damage. It would attack, assuming you only have one monster, they would attack again, and then you'd be able to finish him off with the Fast Dragon. And that is exactly how one of my matches went in Duel Series Game 2. Link will, for that one, Yugo versus Yusei, will be in the description along with the first one. This one is, he's busted. Anytime you control a Speedroid tuner, he can special summon himself out from the graveyard, which means you are making Crystal Wings no problem. No problem at all. You make your Synchro, you banish the Denden Daiko Duke, special summon out your card Turbo or whatever level 3 tuner. Out comes your Hagado here, and your bam, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, or your Kite Drake if you want. This guy is nuts. Old Entity Haster. Once you synchro into him, then you synchro again, and you can send him, if he gets sent to the graveyard, he can attach it himself to an opponent's monster, negating its effect, and if your opponent removes it, or you do, you can use Shock Surprise to do this. You take control of that monster. So for some reason, I don't know, you attach this to Quasar. It's never going to happen, but let's say you do, you'll get to control Quasar. That's huge, right? Of course, you're going to not get Quasar, you're going to get other monsters, but that's just my example. This card's a lot of fun. I like it because it's part of the old entity archetype based off Cthulhu and Lovecraft's works, and I just love that archetype. I really wish it was a real deck, but yeah, I love this inclusion. He's a win monster, very good. And of course, one copy of the Hi-Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter, because it's the best Link monster possible for this deck. You could use a Great Fly if you're in a jam, maybe have one of them in there. Cosmic Blazar is an option. Yeah, I don't like the Cosmic Blazar combo. It just requires too much resources, but it is really fun to do. So yeah, I ended up abandoning it. Yeah, so there's my updated Speedroid deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon.
Surprise! Bet you didn't expect to see me again. Well, this is my 100th video, and I want to do something special for it. One of the most common questions I get in my comments is, where did I get this mat, and where can I get one? Well, you can't anymore, because this is a pre-release product, and I got this because I bribed the winner of a Win-A-Mat tournament at my regionals, gave them impermanence, they gave me this, but now I want to give it away. So be a subscriber, a public subscriber to the channel. If you are a Patreon member, you will get 2 entries into the draw, and I'm going to pick somebody's name, I don't know, at the end of the month. And every time you leave a comment, you will be entered to win the Order of the Spellcasters playmat. I'm going to sign it and send it off to the winner. So thank you everybody who supported me for these first 100 videos. Here's cheers to 100 more, and thank you again for watching.